Hey everyone, so for today I'm going to be using the Lorac Pro 3 palette and I forgot to paint my other hand, but that's okay. So to start off the look, I'm going to prime my face with my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and this is only the second time I'm using this, so I don't really know if I love this product, but so far it's okay. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and oh my gosh guys, this foundation is amazing. It has medium to full coverage, and every time I use it, people always ask me what foundation I'm wearing. So yeah, I'm just going to dot that all over my face and blend that out with my Real Techniques complexion sponge. For concealer, I'm just going to take my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla, and I'm just going to dot that on my under eye circles and apply that on my forehead, chin, and down the bridge of my nose. This concealer is a bit too light for me, but then that's okay because we are highlighting the high points of our face and we are concealing our under eye circles. So yeah, I'll show you guys later what I'm going to do to kind of tone it down a bit. I'm just going to use my Real Techniques complexion sponge to blend that out, and I really miss my beauty blender. It's gone missing, and I also lost my backup, so now I'm left with none. To set my under eye concealer, I'm going to take my Mercier Loose Translucent Powder, and I am going to bake underneath my eyes because this palette has a lot of fallout, so you have to do this for it to catch the fallouts. I should have done my eyes first prior to my foundation, but then whatever, I already did it. So if you're going to recreate this, I suggest you do your eyes first. Then to prime my eyes, I'm going to take my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. I love this stuff guys, I've had it for a year and I barely dented it. Moving on to the eyes, as you guys already know, I'm going to take my Lorac Pro 3 palette and I'll take the shade Blanc and apply that all over my eyelids to set that MAC paint pot. Then I'll take the shades Clay and Pink Nude and mix them both using my, what's this? Wet n Wild blending brush. Wet n Wild blending brush. I don't know if you guys saw that, but then every time you tap off the excess, there's like powder everywhere. Well, of course, it's gonna happen when you tap off the excess, but this one, it's like everywhere. Then using a wet pencil brush, I'm going to take the shade Amethyst. Take note, I said wet because if you apply this dry, it's going to fall everywhere. And since I already did my foundation, I didn't want it to do that. So yeah, I'm applying it on the inner and outer corners of my eyes. Then I am going to trace my crease. If you guys didn't know, you can use the Lorac Pro palettes either wet or dry. And here I am using it wet. Usually people like to wet the shimmery shades just to further intensify it. Here I'm using it wet just to prevent further fallouts because it's harder to correct or to clean up the fallouts when it's a darker shadow. Then with no additional product at all, I'm just going to take that Wet n Wild blending brush and blend that out. For the lid, I'm going to wet again my brush and take the shade Light Pewter. I don't even know if I pronounce it right. LTPEWTR. Light Pewter. Is that what it is? So yeah, I'm just going to apply that on the center of my lids. That's why I left the center part blank so that I could apply this shade on my lids. Then I'm going to blend that out using my Sigma E25, or is this the MAC 217? I don't know because they're both so similar. So yeah, I'm just blending that out. Whoa there, it looks like I spat on my palette, but then I really didn't. I just blew away the excess powder since this palette is very powdery, like it's so messy, I swear. And I just took the shade Pink Nude and applied that all over my crease just to blend out the amethyst to the crease. For eyeliner, I'm just going to take my Inglot gel liner. Yes, I can finally use eyeliner. This is in the shade number 77. And I can finally use gel liner after like 2 to 3 months of having lash extensions. And oh my gosh, I miss this so much because it makes eyeliner so much easier. I hate liquid liner because I have a hard time controlling the brush. And this one, it's very easy. This is the best eyeliner I've ever tried. It's so black and intense. So if you guys don't have it, I really suggest you guys go get your butts out and buy this eyeliner. Then for mascara, I'm going to take my Elizabeth Arden Maximum Volume Mascara. Oh my gosh, I haven't used mascara for the longest time, and this is a freshly new open tube and it dried out on me. I think it was waiting too long in my vanity that it was like, you know what, then I'm leaving you. What am I saying? It's just mascara. Anyway, this mascara curled up my lashes nicely and it didn't give that much volume, unfortunately. So I added some Ardell natural lashes, and I haven't placed on false lashes in such a long time that I was so scared that I would mess this makeup up and that I would have to refilm it. But then fortunately it was okay. Like, I had some errors, but then I fixed that off camera just to save time. So yeah, it was okay. Then for the brows, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills I forgot what you call this, eyebrow kit, and I'm just going to brush my eyeshadows and take the dark shade over there. I believe this is in the shade Brunette, and this was a gift to me by my cousin, so yeah, just sharing. And yeah, I'm just going to line my brows with it and fill it in. This palette comes with an eyebrow stencil, and I didn't use it in the tutorial because I still don't know how to use it, and I wouldn't want to look like a complete disaster in this tutorial. So yeah, zooming out, oops, zoom in. Then to contour, I'm going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette, and I'm first going to swipe away the excess Laura Mercier loose translucent powder before applying the banana shade. So here I am applying the banana shade. And remember earlier I said that it was too bright, then I just counteracted the whiteness with the yellow just to tone it down a bit. Then I'm going to take this gray toned shade and apply that on my cheekbones. I'm using my Nars brush to sculpt out my cheeks, and I love this brush because I find that it's less dense as compared to other contour brushes. But if you want like a harsher contour, you can totally do that with this brush, but then I just like this because you can blend it out further like this way. So yeah. Then I'm going to take what's left of my brush to contour the sides of my nose as well as my lower lip just to add shadows in those areas. For blush, I'm going to take my Sephora blush in the shade Orange Pop, and I'm just going to dab that on my cheeks and further blend it out. I'm using my Real Techniques multitask brush. For my highlight, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the shade Gleam and take the shade Starburst to highlight the high points of my cheeks. And if you guys notice, you have to tilt your head like back and forth or side to side just to see if your face is really glowing. So yeah, here I am doing that just to make sure I'm glowing like a glowing goddess. Then for it to mesh in with the skin, I'm just going to blend that with a sponge. Then to finish off the eyes, I'm going to take my Lancome Black Eye Kohl and apply this on my waterline. I'm doing this just to make sure that this look is dramatic. So yeah, I'm lining my entire waterline with this. Then I'll just smudge that out with my flat definer brush. To prevent this kohl liner from running, I'm going to take the shade Jet Black and apply that on my lower lash line. I'm using that same flat definer brush to do this step. Since our lower lash line is looking so black and intense, I'm going to take the shade Clay just to tone it down a bit. I'm using that same blending brush that we used earlier, and I'm doing this just to smoke it out a bit and add more dimension to this look. And we're done with the eyes. So to finish off this look, I'm going to take my MAC Pro Longwear Lip Liner in the shade Posy Perfect and just line my lips with it. I'm also going to fill my entire lips with it because why not? Lipstick, I'm going to take this MAC lipstick in the shade Please Me and apply that all over my lips. It was a bit too pink for me, which is why I am going to top this off with a nude cream sheen. This is in the shade Japanese Maple, and it just toned down that Please Me a bit. So that completes this look. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing these kinds of clips towards the end of my video. Maybe I'm gonna stick to this or maybe this. So as to the Lorac Pro 3 palette, I totally think you can skip it, especially for the price. It wasn't that good as compared to other palettes that cost this much. So yeah, I am planning to review this palette, so watch out for that. And I was already saying my byes until I realized I forgot to highlight my collarbones and my shoulders. This step is completely unnecessary, like you don't have to do this, but I did it anyway just to, you know, glow. And I even sprayed my brush with some Fix Plus just to further intensify it. And look at that glow. Look at that. So yeah, that completes this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And I stopped using a script because I noticed that the more that I use a script, the more I sound like robotic. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!